So for today's video, we're taking a look at the Rumbleverse live stream, and they pretty much talk about like the biggest changes in the patch notes for the mid-season update. But if you guys want to read the patch notes individually yourselves, I will have that link in the description.
High damage, high stamina damage, and ground attack. So I'm just going to go ahead and equip that. Of course, this only.
So we have a move called dive kick.
And if you press,
Kind of excited about this.
Whoa! Down automatically, you dive and then you kick. If you press the button a little earlier, like the second time,
that kind of
dive kick a little sooner.
Reminds me of the stop signs.
Same kind of motion. Get some stamina back here.
I wonder how much damage that does.
As well, so I'm gonna try to land this first try. Nailed it. Very good.
112.
Extra damage.
It's kind of weak.
I do hit the attack button again, the same button you equip the special move to, right at the peak. Get the perfect dive kick. It's a really cool move. I think you're going to find a lot of really fun uses for it. Another little secret about the dive kick is you can't take fall damage when you use it. So if you leap off of a large building and hit this
button, that's nice.
Next up, we have something the Discord community has been a huge fan of. We're bringing it back, the epic tier Azuna drop called Super.
We just made a video on this.
Drop is here.
Because this thing is so bad.
For you, way back in early betas, there were 2 Azuna drops. They were blue and purple rarities. We moved those down to green and blue once we edited the animation to add that really cool spin, and now the purple one's back, Super Azuna drop. Look at the distance on this, look at the damage. Very, very cool move.
Yeah, that's way better now.
The Super Azuna drop is it's aimable, so I can hold a direction and drag Keenan in that direction. Gives it a lot of versatility, kind of gives it a lot of cool stuff you can do with it. We've gone ahead and applied the aimable ability to all of the Azuna drop family just to give them a bit more identity. So there you go. Definitely, you're going to want to experiment a bit more with the Azuna drops. If you're not a Azuna drop user, you might be now.
Okay, so we got dive kick and super Azuna drop right now.
Next up, a new consumable. So a lot of fun
new consumable
on Reddit and Discord of what it
build superstar meter. I'm not a fan.
Shake.
That's right. It's the Moosel Shake. It does build a superstar.
Not a fan. I'm gonna be honest.
30 meter. You've probably seen signs for Moosels, and you've seen Moosel's vendors around the city. And those vendors are now live, so you can go up to them just like the Squatch Chickens windows and get some Moosels. There's a Moosels poster right up here. It's utterly delicious. So I'll go ahead and drink one of these. Gives me quite a lot of
55.
Superstar meter. Hopefully this will top me off. Oh, it did not. I'll need my third one here.
So it takes about 3 to 4 to get max.
These are really handy to pocket.
I wonder how rare those are, because those have to be rare, because the superstar meter is so OP.
We've got some new weapons for you. First up, we've got the golf club and golf bag to introduce.
Golf club.
Okay, so we've got a golf putter. I'll go ahead and put that in my bag.
The weaker one. This is the stronger one, and then
we got a driver.
That's the powerful one.
And where'd my golf bag go? Here it is. Cool. All right, the golf bag is going to work
got a golf bag.
Trash can weapons. But the difference is that if you break it, golf clubs come out. Yay!
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I got one that time, but you can get quite a few. So I'll pull out my putter here. The golf club comes in 3 rarities. The basic combo looks like this, and one really cool thing about the basic combo is it actually will stun people, so you can do a follow-up attack.
Oh, nice. So it's kind of like the plank. I wonder if they took the plank out to replace it.
You get this cool little golf meter.
If
you
it's kind of nice.
Kind of slice a little bit, not the best, but if you hit it just.
And if you guys notice, it has about 6.
Let's check out the difference here. I'll just grab.
No, 5. It has 5
we'll slice this
times to be able to use it.
And he kind of went off to the side, didn't go very far, not in a lot of control.
So it's a little bit better than the regular bats.
Get the nice shot. Boom. It goes very, very far. Holy.
Oh, I got off the car.
I got the.
That's going to be crazy end game.
Coming back over here. So I'm going to combine those things now. I'm going to stun him with the strikes, and then I'm going to try to get the nice shot as a follow-up. And I'm going to try to change my angle so I can knock him down the street. So here we go.
So square.
We'll start it up.
The stun.
To the side, got the nice shot, sent him down the street.
See ya.
That's going to be OP end game.
You guys are gonna really
especially near water.
For sure.
For sure. Maybe pocket a few when you're by the water. Who knows?
Yeah.
This is why I like Epic Games. They make the best changes in the game.
For folks that are fans of the wooden plank, we've added the steel pipe.
Nice.
Yeah, so many wood plank fans. Very popular weapon. People can't stop talking about how much
it's overpowered.
So we'll show you the steel pipe here. This is just the next rarity of the plank. So it's got the same attacks. Very, very juicy damage on that strike.
Yep.
And then the vicious is going to stun for a follow-up, just like the plank does.
Yep. Nice.
Great.
So what we got? 2 new moves.
Next up, some epic tier weapons. We've got the metal chair and also the epic tier bat, the cricket bat. next up, our final weapon addition to the day. I'm gonna let Adam pick it up and show him yourself.
So this is the legendary Keybat.
Mm-hmm.
Rumble scholars are studying it. It's a legendary artifact of unknown origin. They don't know what it's for or why it exists. This is the rarest item in the game. You will not see this often.
Wait, what is this?
If
A
you
key?
see somebody with it, you should probably try and take it from them because it's really, 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 really strong.
How rare would you say?
I would say you should probably 2 to 4 of these will spawn per game, and you may not ever see it yourself in that particular game. So keep an eye out for it. Very, very cool. All right, so it's got a basic combo. Looks like this.
Wonder how much this does.
It's got a dash attack.
That's actually nice.
It's got an air strike. Looks like this. Very, very cool.
Cover a lot of distance with that.
The
Look how many
vicious
times you can use
is
it.
the same.
That's
And
9.
you can start to put some of these things together and do stuff like this.
Bro, what?
Or you could do something like this.
Come on, man.
My goodness.
Come
My
on.
goodness, indeed. That
Come
is, of
on.
course, all the Keybat can do. Just kidding. It can do a lot more things. All right. So if you throw it, with the aim button, it throws normally like things do. You can have that one, Keenan.
That's gonna be so broken.
But if you hit the quick throw button, something special happens. You actually throw the Keybat, and then it boomerangs back to you.
Come on, bro.
This
This
will
is
go through walls, so you can pester people through walls with it. Yep, I hit him. There we go. Very nice. And you can charge that up.
come on.
And if that hits, you're going to stun them for sure.
Uh,
And you get a little combo. Yeah, very fun.
a for
And that is,
sure
of course,
comp.
all the
Come
Keybat
on,
does.
man.
Just kidding. It does a bunch more stuff. Come on, Keenan. Let's go over to this wall. Can you just jump with
This
me?
thing, they got it. Come on.
Look at how much higher than you I jump because I'm holding this Keybat. You want to climb with me? Oh, I'm faster than you too. Isn't that nice?
So how do they say how you get this? Cause like
Can it do one more thing? What do you think? Should we add one?
this
more
needs to be
thing?
thrown in the water every time somebody finds it.
Well, let's say I was standing here, but I really wanted to be standing over there. What if I just glide?
Yo.
I think I'll follow you.
Yo. Dude, that's gonna be so broken.
I'll take
And of
notice
course, you
too.
can attack out of that as well. As long as you have stamina, you can glide around, and then you can do a falling attack out of that. Very, very cool.
Come on.
And that is the Keybat. So yeah, look forward to using that. Very easy to find them in playground mode if you want to practice with it. But when you find it in an actual match, it is a game changer for sure. You might want to save it for the end or use the mobility mid-game and kind of reveal to people that you have it. It's very cool. This is an ABS pose spot. You're going to find these all around the city. If it's glowing, that means the people at the Action Broadcasting Service want you to do an emote on it. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I get a ton of superstar meter for doing that. So look out for these.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
And definitely emote on them and get your superstar meter. And this will glow again later. So you can come back later and see if it starts to glow again.
So we've got the Musil Shake and pose spots to get fame for our superstar meter. It seems like a lot of ways to get superstar. Should I be concerned there, Adam?
Maybe. I don't know, man. We'll see. We're going to get into the balance changes next, and maybe there will be a little something there to calm the nerves on the amount of superstar meter we've just added. Attempting a super move now is going to take 25 star power off the timer of your super mode. So I want you to watch my meter. I'm going to activate. I'm going to whiff a super. Big chunk
Nice.
goes away. Whiff a super. Another big chunk.
W change. I like
Whiff a
that.
Super. Another big chunk goes away. Oh, I'm losing all the benefits of the healing and the damage and the speed.
I
And
like
it's gonna
that. That's a great
Maybe
update.
about 4 or 5 of those before it's completely gone. This is a massive game changer in terms of how often you're even going to be willing to press that button.
Right.
Because every time you miss, it's fairly costly to you in terms of how much healing and other benefits you're going to be able to get out of the mode. It is really important to us that supers remain really strong and scary. They should be. So we want to keep that a big feature of the moves and the mode, but we don't really want people to kind of be out there just mashing that button mindlessly until it hits. And I think this change will hopefully accomplish that. This will also come with me, Keenan, real quick, if you don't mind. This is also going to make your super confirms cost more, since each attempt, even if it hits, is has some cost to it. So I'm going to throw Keenan into the wall. I'm going to do a typical kind of super confirm here with the quick activate. Quick activate, super. Now look at my meter.
Yeah.
It's about half gone. So I have quite a bit more to fill up before I can get into another super mode.
Next up, we did a full review of the startup speed of vicious attacks and felt
Oh, yeah.
some of them were either faster or slower than we expected.
Yep.
The following changes have been made to bring things more in line with the design intention for each move.
I can tell you right now,
there's a bunch
Diamond
of changes
Crusher is
right here. The
fast.
basic vicious suplex used to be kind of like a medium speed attack. Now it is the fastest vicious attack in the game. It is on the edge of reactability. I think a lot of people are going to get hit by this a lot. It is quite hard to react to now.
That's a good change because it doesn't do that much
Unless you're really
damage.
focused on just this, it's going to be really tough for you. This is, when I talk about looking at the big picture, think about it. This is a huge buff to the Brainbuster perk, because now that perk adds a ton of damage to the fastest grab in the game. So, you know, when I'm talking about big picture, looking at the game as a big picture, think about that kind of stuff. The next one on the list is the Chokeslam family. These are faster now as well. This move is stamina damage focused, not raw damage focused, and those moves tend to be faster. So we gave this one quite a lot of speed as well. It's going to be much easier to land.
I respect it because, yeah, Chokeslam I never really picked up because it didn't do a lot of damage.
The Crusher family is a damage family, and it should be slower. It was quite a bit too fast, I think, in 1.0. So we slowed it down quite a bit.
A little bit.
It is early morning, but I think he'll be able to react to this most of the time. This is about the speed that Tackle used to be. I'll get the Tackle in a second. So Crusher's a bit slower.
Yeah, Crusher used to be way faster. I used to be able to punish off of that.
To grab a Tackle here. Let's see if we can.
Which was crazy.
Tackle. Everyone's favorite move, Javelin.
Let's see what they did to
this one has
this.
been slowed down as well. This one is about the same speed as the super attack.
Oh, yeah, that's much slower.
You'll have to forgive Keenan's reaction.
I'm still waking up.
Yes. There you go. He dodged it. He dodged it again.
Yeah, that's way slower. I'm so glad they made that fix.
There you go.
I'm kind of glad, and I'm a little sad because I used to abuse that move.
You should also be able to dodge tackles on reaction. We really like the damage and power on this one. But let's do another tackle change. What do you got for me, Keenan?
Yeah, so the team loves the Tackle family for its range and power, but felt that the risk was just a bit too low to fit the design intention of the move. We've also seen that using Tackle into corners can get the attacker temporarily stuck somewhat frequently. To that end, we've made the following changes.
All right, Keenan, let's do the dodge thing first real quick.
Okay.
I want you to dodge this tackle on reaction and then charge a chop, and I'll hold block. You ready? Oh, yeah. There's a lot more recovery on a whiff tackle now. I'm mashing jump so you can see how long it takes. That's how long it takes me to get back up.
That's great to know.
So that's another big nerf.
Now I can punish Javelin tackle users. Or any tackle user.
What we didn't like about the tackle is how often it gets stuck in corners. Try to let it stand like right here, Keenan. We're going to aim for that corner and see if we can get it. More like on this. Yeah, right there. Perfect. All right, here we go. So if you recall in the past,
oh, you bounce up.
Get stuck behind Keenan,
yeah,
doing it in that spot. And now I bounce up a little higher and I tend to land in front. I do not think this fixes all cases of tackle getting stuck behind people, but I think it'll fix most of them. If you guys send in more clips of it going wrong, we can find more fixes in the future. But I think this will help a lot.
Definitely appreciate everyone's posted on Reddit, Twitter, Discord, etc. Appreciate you a bunch.
Great changes so far. What do y'all think?
Raise the stamina damage taken when blocking.
Thank you.
Respond to these attacks with actions instead of blocking forever and waiting to react dodge a vicious attack.
Thank you. Like,
stamina broken.
This is why I never play solos.
Spin kick already does 30 stamina damage when blocked and is a great option when attempting to stamina break an opponent. Stamina damage on block has been increased on the following attacks.
All right, let's do the spin kick first. This hasn't changed. I just want to show people. Watch my stamina, please. That's a lot. That's a lot of stamina damage. Once I get full again, we'll just do the chop. The chop used to do 2. Now it does 10. That's pretty significant. It looks like it's 9 because I'm regenning as that happens, but it's 10. Punch used to do 4. Now it does 10. So do chop punch. It's quite a bit of stamina damage. And the charge chop used to do 18. Now it does 25. So that's pretty significant. You're going to want to look at my t-shirt. You're going to want to not skip leg day. Do not skip leg day. Because you will get stamina crush.
That's not really that big of a difference, I'm telling you guys. Solo is still going to be played the same.
Also, to maintain Sumo Slap's role as a high stamina damage family in the face of these changes, we had to up those as well. Keenan, can you equip the...
Well, this might change everything. Let's see.
The green Sumo Slap used to do 17. Now it does 30. The poison one used to do 18. Now it does 30. And the super used to do 19. Now it does 34. So I'll go ahead and block those so you can see it. All non-final hits do 2 instead of 1. This is a pretty significant increase for Sumo Slaps.
That I respect because you can dodge out of that.
A super after that?
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
I guess we just gotta
Let's
play
talk
it and
Poison
see
Sumo Slap now.
before we actually judge it.
Poison
But
Sumo Slap was dealing a lot more
the main reason why I don't play
poison
solos.
damage than we had intended. So we've reduced the duration of poison inflicted by Poison Sumo Slap.
We have, but I do want to show you a positive thing that comes along with that. We may need to go to full screen on this stream director so you can see my perk meter. But Keenan, can you turn off your infinite health here for a moment?
Already off.
All right, so I'm going to hit Keenan with the hold on. I think we're good. Yeah, okay. You can see my perk meter. I'm going to hit him and then watch the perk meter. Yay!
Oh, now it
Poison
shows.
will give me perk meter now. So
Yeah, I noticed it never showed before. Okay.
And I think adds a lot of value to poison moves in general, which we'll talk about a little bit more later.
Yeah.
Cool. You can heal up and turn that infinite health back on.
Yes, thank you. Next up, using a falling type attacks on a bounce pad to gain absurd height has proven to be a little bit of a degenerate tactic. The team addressed this issue with the street sign bounces and a hotfix shortly after launch. To mimic this change, the bounce limit on all falling attacks has been reduced to 1.
That is correct. So we've all seen somebody in the final ring just doing elbow drops on these things, but now you're going to hit the bounce limit in 1 bounce on any falling attack, which is going to send you into this bounce limit flip. It takes you exactly as high as the bounce pad normally does, so there's really no advantage to doing it, but you can attack out of it. If you'd like to, come back down with another elbow, you can still do that kind of stuff.
It's a W change.
This tactic was not good for the game, not healthy for the game at all. Very, very hard to deal with, very high reward, very low risk. If it didn't look like you were going to be able to land a hit, you could just go for that 3rd bounce and hit the bounce limit on purpose and all that kind of stuff. So just to show you, this is the same with a bunch of different weapons. See, it just flips me right out of there. I'll do that with the golf club as well. So yeah.
There is too little risk when going for low altitude air vicious attacks when compared to their grounded versions.
What do they mean?
The following changes have been made.
Yeah, this was kind of a nasty one. You would
like an air grab
attack. I'm mashing jump right now to show you how long it takes me to recover.
Yeah, but the air grabs you recover so fast
and recover in 1/3 the time. So you can air one at this height and just be able to move or jump or dodge or block immediately. We've added a bunch of recovery to low altitude vicious attacks, all of them. To make sure that when you're doing that type of attack, that it has kind of the same risk that the ground one has. I think that makes the game a lot more thoughtful, and I hope you will too. This also applies to the super. So if I do that really low to the ground, now I'm going to be in quite a long landing.
Next up, nice quality of life change. Let's step over here.
Oh, let's hear it.
Okay.
Please
now
fix climbing.
Yeah, so you could always wall dash with the jump button. So I'm just hitting the jump button. You can't see my controller, but believe me, I'm hitting the jump button. But now you're allowed to wall dash with the dash button as well, which makes sense because it is got the word dash in the name. So I'm hitting the dash button and now I'm wall dashing, which is great. Feels really nice to do. And I know some people have problems because they're just like moving, their brain's moving too fast. They want to grab the wall and then wall dash immediately. And if they get the timing wrong, they get an accidental wall jump because there's an overlap with the jump button doing wall dash and wall jump. So if you're that type of player, you've had that problem, you can mash the dash button instead, grab the wall and dash that way. And
I thought they were going to fix the climbing because I know some services will make you fall down. They may fix it, who knows?
Now allow you to cancel wall dash into wall dodge. This opens up some new speed climbing and movement techniques at the cost of a lot of stamina.
Yeah, it sure does. This is a pretty cool one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wall dash and I'm going to dodge right after I do that. And it sends me quite far, as you can see.
Oh, nice.
And I'll have to regrab the wall again. It's also very stamina hungry.
Yeah, you lose all stamina.
This is a really interesting speed climbing technique because you can do things like this and move quite fast. You're not want to you're going to want to not skip legs day in this update, I would say, because this movement is pretty out of control.
I probably won't be using that.
Throw yourself off the sides of buildings and cool.
Because I don't like the stamina drain, but
and get kinds of jumps you couldn't.
I don't really see why it's worth it for my playstyle. I don't run, so
playground mode and get the hang of it. But it is extremely stamina hungry to do.
Should add a lot to the cat and mouse game.
Yeah, I would think so.
Attacking shortly after air dodges directly over top of opponents' heads proved to be too advantageous for the attacker. The purpose of air dodge is for evasion and movement, but the recovery time was so low that you could throw it out without thought and still maintain offense. To combat this, the following changes have been made.
Yeah, so this is probably the most controversial change on the list. So I want you to stay with me and pay attention.
All right, let's
I'll show you
listen.
some more stuff to kind of deal with this. But the tactic before was jump, air dodge, go behind somebody.
Mm-hmm.
On the way down from that, do an air vicious attack.
Yep.
That combines all the best things you could possibly do into one action. So you're doing a jump, you're doing an air dodge, you get that quick invulnerability. You're doing an off-camera attack from behind with like no recovery on it.
Your favorite move.
Lot of nasty stuff there. This isn't a tactic I saw used really widespread in the wild, but internally this was becoming very degenerate, and I started to see hints of it becoming degenerate in the wild as well. I think even though people aren't complaining about this now, if we had let this sit for another 6 weeks, people would be complaining about this one. So
Yeah, there are a few people complaining about it.
Big change here. Please stay with us on this one.
I respect it. I respect it.
Recovery on
Not even mad.
Before you're allowed to do anything other than a risky falling attack. So I can air dodge an elbow, just the same as I used to. But now if I air dodge and hit the vicious attacks, not coming out. I gotta land. If I get up high enough, I might be able to get that vicious attack just before I land. But I have to go up quite a bit higher to do that.
Yeah.
Out of a boost jump and all that kind of stuff. So
we gotta see.
Recovery time doesn't apply to falling attacks, but it applies to all your special moves as well. A popular tactic would be, hey, somebody's climbing away, so I boost jump and then I do a special or I do a grab. That actually doesn't work anymore. There are going to be other ways to chase that I'll show you. One of the ways is that new wall dash. So if somebody is
so they're trying to make stamina more useful.
Wall dodge, you can attack out of that immediately, just like the ground one used to. So you're going to have to incorporate that into your game. If Keenan's
I used to like doing that
ahead,
when people are climbing away.
I can grab
Halo jump into them
do that.
and grab them.
I mean, I misspaced that like crazy because I went up way too far, but you get the idea. That's the way you're going to chase people. There's another way you're going to chase people, which we'll get to in a second, but this is a big adjustment people are going to have to make. And
so they're trying to make stamina more useful. I respect it, but
because it is
I don't know.
Air dodge cancels are also unaffected by this. So if you do an air dodge, you're still going to be able to attack out of it normally. Air dodge cancel, a bailout. But if you're just doing them kind of raw and neutral like this or off of bounce pads, there is quite a bit more delay before you're allowed to do anything. And then once that delay ends, you're back to normal. And this is really just to curtail that behavior of jump over somebody, attack them from behind, jump over air dodge, attack them from behind.
Yep.
Very degenerate stuff. That's gone.
Thanks for the explanation.
Yeah.
We just got to adapt. We
Next
just
up
got to
on my
get
favorite
better.
Mechanics, block flip. It was originally added to the game to help you leap off the sides of buildings and grab the wall below you. At that time, the player had less air control during normal jumps, and making back to the wall was very difficult. Once that changed, block jump lost its identity.
Yeah, so it still does everything it used to do. You can just still tap it out. You turn around immediately when you do this. So if I elbow drop, I'm already facing. I did a 180 right there, like right away, right? But the big change here is that if you hold the jump button, you go much higher, like higher than a boost jump higher. So you kind of have a.
So can you vicious grab out of that?
But cost stamina now. So that's the trade-off, 15 stamina. And because it turns around, I actually can't grab the wall until very late in that.
Because essentially it does the same thing that Halo jump vicious attack did.
Air dodge and then grab the wall. That's expensive because I'm doing like
a
flip jump that costs 15 and then an air dodge which costs some more. But that's a really fast way to move. And you can also attack out of this anytime you want. So it goes up quite high and then I can attack like that. If Keenan does like a regular jump or a long jump, grab
that replaces the Halo jump now.
Use the block flip to catch him. We can give it a try right here and see if I can actually nail it. Yeah.
That replaces.
That's
okay.
another way you're gonna have to adapt to chasing people up walls.
We're back in the game
with the air dodge changes. So there you go.
There you go. It was too common to have 2 epic special moves equipped early in a match, so we've made the epic rarity skill books slightly less common. We see a trend of players putting an overemphasis on epic skill books. Other rarity books are all very powerful, and we want to encourage you to use them.
Oh, the purple ones.
Yeah, I mean that is what it says it is, right? There's going to be less epic skill books in the game, but this is another kind of big picture lesson I kind of want to impart on everybody. Javelin tackle is now harder to find because epic skill books are harder to find, right? But also Javelin tackle is now harder to find because there are 2 new epic skill books in the game. There's dive kick and super Azuna drop. So even finding an epic skill book will be harder. And then when you do, the odds of it being Javelin tackle or what you want are lower. So keep that in mind. Big picture thinking, right? Et cetera, et cetera.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Next up, Poison Mist. previously called Bad Breath, was the weakest special move in the game.
Mm-hmm.
To improve the viability of Poison Mist, the following changes have been made.
Yeah, so we said there were 2 new moves, but really, this is kind of like a new move. Poison Mist is in the game. It is not Bad Breath anymore, so that it's not calling itself bad. And we want move families to always carry the family name. The family name here is Mist. So we got Vicious Mist and Poison Mist. So Poison Mist is still blockable. Go ahead and block for me. Yep. But it does stun now, just like Vicious Mist does. So go ahead and let go of block. I get that stun, and I get that combo.
Nice.
Very
It's
cool.
finally good because I actually just made a video on
The
this.
poison duration has been reduced since it has such much higher utility. So it's been reduced by quite a bit, actually. The charged AoE has been improved as well. The movement speed on it has been increased.
Oh, that's crazy.
And you may find some use in running through a crowd and stunning a bunch of people and getting a bunch of perk meter from that, since the poison builds perk meter now. If I hit with the end of this, I might be able to get a combo, but if you hit early, it's kind of hard to.
That thing is
That should be a
finally
lot more
useful.
now. I would say it probably went from worst move in the game to one that
One
you
of the best.
are going to want to equip when you find
For
it.
sure, yeah.
So Poison Mist, welcome to the game.
Nice. W.
For the reintroduction to a new, newish move. We've increased the damage scaling values for some situations to lower combo damage after stuns, weapon stuns, wall splats, and setup moves slightly.
Right. So damage scaling is a concept where after certain things, additional things will do less damage. So let's take a look. Super choke slam here. We're going to get... are my damage numbers not on? Did I accidentally turn them off? Oh, there we go. 230. Cool. 230. But then after a charge shot, what do I get? I'm going to land on this car and ruin it. Okay, I got it. 172. I'm glad I didn't hit the car. So let's do the wall splat version of that. Come on over here. I'll wall splat you. Whoops. Missed my Irish whip. We'll wall splat you, and we'll see how much we get this time. 161. So this scaling was already in the game. This is how it already worked. We've just increased the scaling values a little bit to lower long combo damage a little bit.
Gotcha. Thanks for the explanation.
Yeah.
The Plank family weapons are powerful with their ability to stun using the Gut Check Vicious attack. In order to the extra damage scaling mentioned above, we've also greatly decreased the damage dealt by the Gut Check Vicious attack.
That's fine.
That's right. So I have Weapon Master, so this is going to look a little higher than it actually is, but this used to do 100 damage, and now it does 40. So a combo like Plank Vicious into Super used to do like 820 damage. Now it's going to do like 616 damage or something like that. I don't know if my math is exactly right, but you know.
See.
It's got 65 from that. Again, I have Weapon Master, and I'm in Super mode, and then 576. So significantly less damage than you used
That's
to
fine.
get off of
I never used the planks for damage anyways, only to stun.
Thanks. We've noticed that the recovery time on a few of the weapon vicious
It's
attacks
way too
is still
fast.
a little low. While we do want weapons to be threatening and powerful, we recognize that a few adjustments will help the health of this system. To that end, we have added a bit more recovery time when missing the Plank family Gut Check Vicious attack.
Thank you.
And the Chair family
Thank you.
Charging Star Vicious attack.
That's right.
This should make it a little easier to get away or maybe land a punish when evading
Yeah,
these
range.
attacks early.
He says maybe land a punish, because if you are still trying to dodge on reaction, your dodge has, you know, a set amount of recovery time.
W.
If you do it earlier, and the end part of your invincibility is what gets you through a move, you have more time to recover and punish. So, you know, if you are going on reaction, it's still maybe hard to punish these kinds of things. I'll do a jump and you can try it. You ready, Keenan? Sorry. Ready? All right. You can
So
see it's
you
got
have
extra
a
recovery
you have
there.
a better window to recover,
Right.
but not that much.
Oh yeah, you don't want to dodge backwards on that one. A lot of
Oopsies.
active time.
All right, let's try it again.
Let's see what it looks like with the chair. The chair
That
is a
should give
little
you enough time to
fast.
drop kick or, you know, dodge away. It's a pretty big change. It may not look like it, but you'll feel it when you play for sure.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll just have to play and see.
Great.
Nice, nice, nice.
The invulnerability on the Chair Vicious attack, the Charging Star, was
Let's hear
added
it.
before the priority system was fully working, and the team kind of just left it there. At this point, it is adding more confusion than anything. It
Very.
isn't necessary to make the chair's moveset feel powerful and fun. It also leaves the chair with very little counterplay available.
Mm-hmm.
As a result, the Chair Vicious Charging Star is no longer invulnerable. So
That's
we'll
right.
lose priority interactions against power moves and the super move and cause clashes with other weapons.
All right, give me a charging star. Do it. All right. Hey, drop.
Finally, it
Here we
works.
go.
There we
It'll
go.
also clash. You want to pick up your chair again?
Yeah.
I'll jump and then attack, and then you can do the vicious. Hey, look, it clashed. So you can actually challenge the durability of a lower tier chair and all that kind of stuff.
That's what I've been
Looks like a
asking
weapon
for
should
the
work now.
longest.
Sorry about that one. Not my favorite either.
Cool. The design intention for gaining superstar meter from emotes was that players would need to use a longer emote with a higher risk to gain the most benefit. Unfortunately, the way this feature is most often used is that players repeatedly perform the shortest, lowest risk emotes. To move this feature back towards its original intentions, the following change was made.
Yeah, so the common behavior is wave, cancel, and you can see the meter went up and then didn't. So there's now a 10-second cooldown between when you can gain meter from emotes. This should change what kind of risks you're trying to take with the various lengths of emotes for how much meter you actually want to get. And we will do a emote meter tuning pass in the future as well to kind of enhance this feature as well. But definitely play it and let us know what you think.
Yeah. In testing, we found that the tracking range of the basic combo follow-ups were so wide that they could appear to turn 180 degrees and track people who feel like they are behind the attacker.
Yep.
The effect of this was that the bailout options for players often reduced the dodging forward. To combat this, the following change was made.
Yeah, we've reduced the amount you're allowed to turn when you do basic combos and stuff like that. Like even on the follow-ups for weapons, I can't turn quite as dramatically as I could before. This
Still
should
a
make
good
it a little
amount, but
easier to have more dodge
much better.
options after you're in somebody's face. And it also, Keenan, can you block for a second? It also kind of lets you do this. If you want to change targets without another target near and just threaten something else, you actually have the option to do that now. Which you may do on accident occasionally. So if you don't want to do that on accident, just stop pressing directions entirely and just keep hitting the button and you'll stay on the same target. So there you go.
There you go. We found that in some situations, it could be very hard to see the leaf VFX that play when hiding in bushes. As a result, the leaf VFX have been made wider and a bit more obvious.
Yeah.
How do I look?
This was the mustache. It looks amazing. This was a biggest problem against walls. Like if you had a bush against a wall, kind of the leaves spawn from your position, and you could get against the wall in the bushes, and the leaves barely popped out. So this helps a lot with that, and just in general, visibility on people in bushes is going to help a little bit because of this change.
There you go.
Let us know how you feel about it after you've played for a couple weeks.
Go catch those rumblers hiding in bushes, everyone.
Yeah.
Previously, after triggering an invulnerable wall splat or invulnerable falling state, your opponent would land on their back and you'd still be able to combo with a ground attack, such as an elbow drop. In order to add clarity to a character who is flashing as invulnerable, we wanted to ensure that this moment would actually be the end of the combo. To achieve that, the following changes have been made.
Let's see.
Yeah, so let's check that out.
I used to love doing this.
Do Irish whip into the wall twice. So that first one is the normal wall splat. The second one is the invulnerable wall splat, but he stays invincible all the way to the floor. So I do not get a free elbow drop anymore.
You can if they stay there. But yeah, that's a good change.
Free elbow drop.
Just gotta wait a little bit. Yeah, just wait. So right there.
Yeah, no longer free.
At that point, they can get up and do whatever.
An elbow drop there, but this applies to any invulnerable state. So invulnerable wall splat with a diamond crusher, no free elbow.
Nice.
Cool.
Super actually causes an invulnerable falling state as well, so there will be no free elbow after a super anymore as well, which also kind of lowers the damage on successful supers a little bit.
There you go.
I can show you another one. Come over here real quick. So we can do classic.
It's gonna be a big learning curve.
Irish whip, sumo slap again, invincible wall splat, no free elbow. So there you go.
Cool.
Okay.
Let's talk about when you're on the ground just a bit more.
Oh.
To add more utility to the volley dive, we've made the volley dive and dolphin dive able to hit as ground attacks.
Oh my.
Ooh.
The intention for these attacks.
Wonder if it pops them up.
Work as ground attacks, but some pesky bugs kept us from allowing this until now. This opened up some looping combos that were not desired, so to combat those, the following changes have been made.
Yeah, before I get into the following changes to combat the looping combos, I want to show you what this means. So, ground attack. Let me throw you on your back here.
Yeah, it pops them up.
You do ground attacks with this move. So, of course, the volley dive can also be dodge canceled into a follow-up. I should have done air vicious there. I'll do it one more time just for posterity's sake, so I don't feel like I failed everyone. There you go. That's a pretty slick new conversion. That's pretty strong. You're
Nice.
probably going to want to try volley dive these days,
Yep.
especially since finding a dolphin dive will be less common. Of course, the dolphin dive still has its jump cancel on it and can do all the same things. Very, very cool.
I like that. That's a W change instead of having the elbow drop every time it's on the
Definitely
ground.
want to spend some time with the volley and dolphin dives.
We're doing the air
But I
vicious with the
also want to show
weapon.
you one other thing about the volley and dolphin dives. These are listed as traversal moves, and I don't think people use them that way. And I think with good reason. There was a bug after you would dive in the air, you would just kind of like lose all your momentum and just fall straight down. Felt really
So you
bad.
can travel
They
further
fixed
now.
that. So you actually carry your momentum way better now, and you are allowed to attack and do actions out of these as well. It is essentially an air dash. So I can, air dash at the wall and grab it. Dolphin dive with its chargeability is particularly potent for this.
I like how they're making it more versatile, but
throw myself across huge gaps and grab walls. I missed a wall grab there.
Yeah, I don't really,
because I was out of stamina. Really, really cool move.
Don't really see any like
really
actual players using that part of it, but we'll see.
Giving it a little bit more time. If you tried to use it as traversal before and thought it felt bad, I think you were right. It did feel bad, and now it feels pretty good.
I like how they're making these changes. I like it. I like it.
Don't skip leg day.
Don't skip leg day.
They keep saying that because everybody hates stamina.
Okay.
Landing chop or punch, basic attacks more than 5 times in a combo will knock the opponent down and end the combo. This gets rid of an easy duo mode infinite combo.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Thank you.
Combat flag so we don't hit each other here.
Sure.
This may be 6 times instead of 5. I'm not sure, but we'll give it a shot. I think we dropped the combo a few times. There we go. They fell out. So if you actually get, I think, 6 of those in a combo, the opponent is just going to fall straight on their back. No, the wall splat ruined it, but yeah, you get the idea.
I feel like 6 is too much. That's kind of annoying.
There are very easy duo mode infinites that we also addressed. You can see those in the full patch notes that will be live on our website.
Nice. We'll have to check that out right after this.
Check them out right after.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're talking about the Diamond Crusher.
Next up, we address some inconsistent behavior in how the shot family of moves behave with wall bounces, which could lead to an infinite combo. Now, all 3 tiers will behave similarly when wall splatting the opponent, and in order to address this properly, we've removed the ball wall bounce reaction from the dive family and the shot family from now. The ball wall bounce will come back to these moves once we've had some time to address some of the issues.
Yep. Can you toggle your combat flag for me?
Yeah.
Cool. So
basically what they're saying is like when the character spins like a ball off the wall.
But it was a huge problem that we couldn't get fixed in time. So what'll happen when you wall splat people with these moves is they're just going to do the normal wall stick. You still get all the same combos from almost all the same ranges. So don't worry about that. You just got to kind of float in and get them again.
Yes, I like that. It makes it more consistent.
There were some, I think even maybe some undiscovered things, but you could do a lot of wall splats with these moves. Way too many. So this curtails it for now, and yeah, not too much else to say about that.
Gotcha. Previously, it was possible to perform an attack during the last few frames of dodge roll recovery before it was possible to block, move, or dodge again. This could lead to an inconsistent feeling when attempting to punish the recovery of a dodge roll.
Yep.
As a result, we have reduced the size of the window that allows you to attack during the last few frames of a dodge roll.
Nice.
This may make punishing certain attacks after dodging them more difficult, especially if you dodge very late on reaction. If you make a read and dodge earlier, you will have more time to recover and punish, so this change should also weaken reactive defense slightly. We will continue to monitor the health of this behavior and will reduce or remove this window in the future if needed.
Yeah, so this is if you look at the big picture, this is technically a nerf to very reactive play, since you're going to have to wait a little bit longer to come out of a dodge and do an attack. But I can show you, it feels a lot more consistent. Keenan, can you do a 1-1 combo and then dodge cancel it, like to the side or something?
Yeah.
So if I know Keenan's going to do that and I charge this up, I should be able to get that. And in the past, if he dodged and mashed attack, he would just clash with me.
So I used to be so confused how people would just really dodge and attack immediately after.
In the game a lot. There's actually a lot of other projects we're working on that will help with the feeling of game consistency that I can't get into today, that we're working on for future patches, but just know that we are very aware of these things and we're working on it.
Nice. The game did feel super inconsistent.
Now shout out to a Redditor and
this fixed a lot of it.
Blackswim. This is a question from them. Will something be done about rage quitters mid-super? It feels bad to have my super meter drained just because my victim got salty. If an opponent
Yeah.
rage quits during your grapple moves, including super move, you will still get credit for all of the damage and the KO on your perk meter, and your super move will end as expected.
That's right.
Nice.
So yeah, it'll be just like they didn't rage quit, except for they will have, and you will get all the damage you are owed, and any meter bonus you're supposed to get from a KO, you will get that as well. And you can go about living your happy life with your super meter turned off, so you can go super somebody else after you refill.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll be a good one.